Maria, you just left the White House. How did it go?
It go very well. It went very well. I'm very grateful for the opportunity I had to speak with President Trump, something I've been looking forward for a very long time. It was a huge responsibility because I did it on behalf of the Venezuelan people that appreciate so much what he has done for not only the freedom of the Venezuelan people, but I would say the whole hemisphere.
What was your purpose when you went in there? Did you have a mission? Did you have something you wanted to accomplish when you were in this meeting, in this lunch with the president?
Yes, certainly. First of all, I wanted to share with President Trump my profound trust in the Venezuelan people. And I told him that, please trust the Venezuelan people. We are people that love the United States of America, that share values, that admire the strength of your institutions, that want to live with democracy and dignity and justice and freedom. We want to have our children coming back home and work together for the security of the whole hemisphere. And I wanted to convey this to him and for him to know how much support and hope there is today in Venezuela regarding what he's doing in our country.
This was a high-stakes meeting. What was your impression of President Trump?
Oh, I'm really impressed. I had never had the chance to talk to him personally. Of course, I've followed him for a very long time, and certainly I admire his determination, courage, and the way he has faced the threats that we suffered, in the Americas. But I never expected to have this, frank, open, honest. I mean, he's the president of the United States, and he was very, very, open and sincere and informed, I have to say, with the details of everything that's going on in Venezuela.
During the lunch, you gave the president a rosary. What was the significance of that rosary to you?
Well, it's huge, actually, and I thought about it because I thought I want to give him a present. What's something that really represents the strength and the faith and the unity of the Venezuelan people. In my campaign and in our movement during these years, everywhere I went, people used to give me rosaries. The last time I went to the streets with the Venezuelan people was on January 9. I was in hiding, and I went out to meet with thousands of Venezuelans. And several rosaries were given to me that day. That single day after the rally, I was detained by the regime, kidnapped by the regime. Actually, they grabbed me so hard, they broke my rib. And President Trump put a message on X alerting the regime that they should not harm me, that I should be released. And I was. And since then, I've been very, very grateful. And when I left Venezuela, I decided with the very few things I took with me, I took the rosaries I had received that day. And I brought them to the meeting with the Pope. And I asked the Pope to bless the rosaries. So I presented today the president with a rosary that has the colors of the Venezuelan flag that was given to me that day and blessed by the Pope.
Because he saved your life, President Trump.
Yes, and the lives of many, many Venezuelans as well with what he's doing.
In spite of the Nobel Prize Committee saying that you couldn't transfer your Nobel Prize to anyone, especially President Trump, you did today. Why did you do that?
Because he deserves it. And it was a very emotional moment. I decided to present the Nobel Peace Prize medal on behalf of the people of Venezuela. And I told President Trump where I found also inspiration to do that. And it happens that 200 years ago, General Lafayette gave Simón Bolívar, Venezuela's liberator, a medal bearing the face of George Washington. And it was in tribute to Bolivar's fight for freedom in the continent. And Simón Bolívar kept that medal with him until the rest of his days. So 200 years later in history, the people of Bolivar are presenting to the Washington's heir, in retribution, in this case a medal, that's the Nobel Peace Prize medal, for what he's doing to liberate Venezuela and for freedom in the Americas.
After Maduro was captured, the president had a press conference. And during that press conference, he said,
I think it would be very tough for her to be the leader. She doesn't have the support within or the respect within the country. She's a very nice woman, but she doesn't have the respect.
Do you think that his opinion of you has changed after this lunch that you had with him today?
Yes, I think so.
Do you feel like you walked out of that meeting with a friend in President Trump?
Well, I hope that we will turn into friends. I think, I hope I have a chance to have other conversations with him, but I am very impressed with this meeting. As I said, was absolutely sincere on both sides. I was surprised with the degree of concern and information, true concern he has for the Venezuelan people. And I know he truly cares about lives. And this is about saving lives, American lives, Venezuelan lives, and the lives of all in the Americas.